Hi everyone, I'm Kaylee and this is my channel Hartiful. I wanted to make this video today because last year I was diagnosed with a CRVO, which is basically like an eye stroke, and I was told I needed injections. And obviously when you're told you need eye injections, it's pretty scary when you don't know what to expect. So I thought I would make this video today with my experience and hopefully it can help someone. And just if you're interested at all. So in case you don't know what a CRVO is or what happens, it's basically, like I said, a blood clot in your eye, which means you can't really see. It varies in severity, but I have a CRVO, so my main vein in my eye is basically blocked up and I can't really see out of this eye at all. So I made a video explaining more about CRVO my last video, so I'll link that down below if you wanted to know more about CRVO itself. So far I've had 3 injections at the hospital and they're 5 weeks apart, around 5 weeks apart. Obviously there's other things that people suggest and everything is different for each person, but this is just my experience as another person get an injection. The first thing, when you get to the hospital, you go into a room with a nurse and they put in numbing drops so you can't feel anything in your eye, and iodine to help prevent infection. So when they've put the numbing drops and iodine in, you go to a different, I go to a different room where they're going to do the injection, and they usually put in more numbing drops and more iodine. So one of the main things I worried about before my eye injection was that if you're going to keep your eye open, because obviously if there's a needle come into your eye you're going to want to blink, but they put a tool in your, like a tool to keep your eye open, and you can't even feel it because your eye is numbed, so you don't have to worry about that. Your eye is going to be open. They will do the injection, which sounds scary, but you really can't even feel it. It's just like a slight prick and that's it really. And after the injection I can usually see some bubbles or some mainly bubbles just appear in front of my eye, and then it goes blurry. After my first injection, my eye was quite gritty feeling and it hurt for a few days, but I found out that it could be the iodine, so the next few times I've asked them to wash it out really well with the iodine after the injection, so I'd suggest you do that just to make sure you get all the iodine and everything that you can as much as possible out, because that really helped the last couple of times. Also, some people have suggested taking an antihistamine like a week before in case you're allergic or intolerant to anything, I guess. I haven't tried that yet, but I have my next injection in a week and a bit, so I might try that just to see if it helps. Oh, and bring sunglasses to your appointment, because your eye is super reactive to the sunlight after. So when I had mine, it's been a super rainy, not very nice day, but my eye is still super sensitive to the light. So after your injection, wear sunglasses and just avoid bright lights and everything after the injection. So straight after the injection, your eye will probably be quite blurry and you'll see like floaters or dots around it, but that's normal, and just make sure you relax your eye and don't do anything strenuous afterwards. I have had my afternoon appointments, so I don't have it for the full day, because after you've slept on it, it usually is slightly better in the morning after. One thing that really helps with your eyes after you've had the injection is to keep using preservative-free eye drops. It's really important that they're preservative-free. The hospital will probably give you some eye drops, but you can always get some so you know you've got a load of it if you need them and you're not worried about running out. But the eye drops really help with dryness and irritation. I get super dry eyes like most of the time, but especially after my injection, so I'm just using eye drops a lot and they definitely help. For if the injections have been helping, I know it can take quite a while for them to make a difference. Like the first week after the injections, my eye is still very blurry, and then usually after to the second and the third week is when my vision slightly starts to get better. and then I know the week before my eye injection is due, it starts to get blurry again, and my migraines have been getting worse. But obviously the injections are different for everyone. There's different injections, different brands and makes, and everyone's eye is going to be different. So my experience with them getting better like within the 2nd to 3rd week and then noticing it gets worse again is just my eye, and I'm sure you will have different experience. I have my next checkup at the hospital in a week and a bit, so I'll be able to get a scan and see how my edema's doing, because that was quite swollen and is what causes the main blurriness. So the injections are meant to help with the blurriness and the edema, in theory. And if you're also going through this and are having eye injections, my main tips would be don't get your eye wet or anything for a few days after, just to be sure and avoid infection or anything like that. I use a separate towel just for if I need to like wash my face or that kind of thing, just so that I'm using a towel that's just for my face and nothing else, just again to prevent infection, because you don't want your eye to get infected. I also make sure that I use lots of antibacterial hand gel, just to make sure, again, prevent infection in case you accidentally touch your face or eye or anything. You're just making sure to be extra cautious for those days after the injection, because you don't want an infection on top of everything else. So yeah, I hope that helps some people, and if you don't know anything about eye injections and CRVOs, then this is a little insight for you. If you have any questions, then please leave the comments below, or if you've gone through a similar eye injection experience, also comment your tips or just things you have had happen to you, and just so people can look in the comments and know it's not so bad. So if you're about to have your first eye injection, or you've had one before and another one, I hope this video helps you, and you can see it's not as scary as it sounds, and honestly you can hardly feel the injection, and hopefully it helps your eye be able to see. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped, and I will update you with how my eye's doing after my next scan. Thank you and goodbye.